Humans have shown a strange fascination with classifying the animal world. Since the last century, we have tried to name all animals and insects. We know their parts, weaknesses, and diets. We understand their habitats, how they reproduce, and even whether they are endangered or not. But sometimes, and only sometimes, something escapes our world of rules and logic. Suddenly, a species we thought was extinct reappears out of nowhere, and those we thought we knew appear before us in a totally different form. No one knows how to explain it, not even specialized researchers can comprehend what's going on. But not being able to understand something doesn't change reality. In different corners of the world, there are creatures that have been hidden from the human gaze for years. Join us today and discover the secrets of one of the most intriguing. It's almost impossible to talk about mysterious animals without traveling to the wild and enormous Australia. Thanks to its abundant biodiversity, this vast territory is home to one of the widest and most generous varieties of animal species, including insects, reptiles, and many other living organisms on our planet. Each of them has its natural habitat here and reproduces in an accelerated way under the watchful eye of mankind. For this reason, no one is surprised that this is one of the favorite places of experts when it comes to classifying and understanding the animal kingdom. Almost as if it was a safari that's open 24/7, researchers can wander through Australia's nooks and crannies and unravel the mysteries of each species with incredible ease. However, during the year 1991, a team specialized in cetaceans stumbled upon something that shook everyone. The discovery occurred almost by chance, practically without anyone looking for it. But once they found this creature, they never saw the sea in the same way again. Scientists called it Migaloo, a word used by the Aborigines that means white friend. Many believe it was a great choice not only because of this creature's skin color, but because it looks like an ancient ancestor of the animal kingdom, the pleasant storyteller of forgotten stories of Australia's fauna. It's a specimen that's still unique in the world. No two are alike, and there will probably never be another creature like Migaloo, the white whale. Since its discovery in 1991, this humpback whale has been protected by Australian law with incredible energy. Society has taken ownership of Migaloo. They consider it part of their local heritage and hold it in solemn respect. No one has tried to alter its natural habitat. It actually is quite the opposite. Researchers have been monitoring its comings and going between Australia and Antarctica, discovering the areas it frequents, the creatures it encounters, and the cycles it keeps each year. Unfortunately, Migaloo's life has been a lonely one. He rarely allows himself to be accompanied by females of the same breed, and on those rare occasions, contact is null. He lacks the desire to reproduce, and researchers have already resigned themselves to the fact that this albino whale will have no offspring, although there are those who continue to hold out hope. Some wonder why it has such a particular color. Scientists cannot agree if it's an albino whale or if, on the contrary, it's a leucistic animal. This means that it might have a recessive gene that made it develop a different color to the one that it had when it was born. However, beyond the theoretical paradigm about its skin color, this humpback whale has won the hearts of internet users on social media. Such is the affection they have for it that one user created a Twitter account that posts sightings of Migaloo all the way from Antarctica to the Great Barrier Reef located off the coast of Queensland. However, it seems that spotting this creature has become more and more difficult over the years, but every now and then some images or sightings appear. That's when we all breathe once again because we are sure that Migaloo is still roaming around. After so many decades of accompanying this albino whale from a distance, it has been discovered that it is more than 25 years old, measures 14 meters long, and weighs about 35 tons. Only a few incidents with predators or humans have been recorded, and in general, Migaloo remains one of the most interesting creatures in Australia. There isn't a single person in this country who doesn't know it, and since 1991, it has kept astonishing scientists who try to analyze or understand its mysteries. However, the most curious thing about this case is that it seems to have triggered a real proliferation of albino orcas. This is what has been recorded since 2010. During that year, more than 8 white orcas were sighted in different points of the North Pacific. After a thorough analysis, scientists believe that there could be 1 white orca for every 1,000, a phenomenon that has never been recorded before. This is fabulous news for many because the beauty of these specimens is spellbinding, but specialists are not so optimistic. This could mean the birth of orcas are much weaker and susceptible to any mishap that could lead to their death. The premature deaths of more than 3 female orcas has already been recorded. In general, this type of skin pigmentation in animals usually means that they'll have a shorter life. This does not seem to cause any problems to Migaloo and a few other exceptions though. Still, both Migaloo and the huge proliferation of white orcas seems to be a really interesting phenomenon. Something is happening in the deep sea that scientists are unable to explain, although they try every day. Every month, new research is born to try to comprehend these paradigms. Oddly enough, the more the ocean currents and mysteries are investigated, the more specialists discover secrets that have been hidden for decades. Just as Migaloo had never been seen until 1991, there are other creatures that continue to prowl the coast without anyone noticing them. Will there be other sea beasts waiting for us in the depths? Will we ever be able to find or even decipher what is hidden in this marine world that we have never explored? This is one of the most interesting questions that torment humanity, but for the moment we can only be satisfied with the small advances that are made every year in this area. The marine world is still there, waiting for us, but it will be a long time before we can access it. However, if these questions constantly haunt you, perhaps we can help you find a temporary remedy. Join us in learning about the creepiest creatures of the sea and the strangest sightings of sea monsters that probably won't let you go near the beaches ever again. Do you like the idea? Then check out these videos.